techniques and alternative to custodial detentions, policy and legal reforms, enforcement of the National Police Service Act and adherence to 6th schedule on the treatment of detained persons. Honorable Chair, lastly is the enhanced collaboration with oversight and civil society bodies, strengthening partnership with the Independent Oversight Authority, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and other stakeholders, prompt cooperation with external investigations into custodial deaths and complaints of abuse. Lastly, Honorable Chair members, engagement in public forums and awareness campaign to build trust and transparency. Honorable Chair, I submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair and Honorable members. That is the report that we would wish to submit to this committee. Thank you.
Members, that is a submission by IG and his team. And I would like to have a bit of time to take clarification from members. And we are going to start with Kapondi. You know, he did ask some question, then we step him down. Then Buirosa, let's have a blend, a mixed Kapondi, Buirosa, then we go to Ngilechei and Sigei. Then we go to the other round. And kindly members, let's try to be precise and to the point.
Yeah, Chairman,
yes.
I'm going to be very precise. What in the clarification I need to get from the IG, the officers who went to effect the arrest by names, because what you have just indicated here is a team of officers that went. What are their names? And then secondly, on arrival, you have indicated here that Chief Inspector Talam, the officer commanding station, was conducted by a mobile number and authorized the booking. So who conducted Chief Inspector Talam? And finally, on measures put in place, what Masengeli has presented here, that there is mandatory indication of the physical and mental status of suspect prior to booking into cells. The late, before he was booked, was his condition confirmed that he was fit for booking or otherwise? Thank you.
Buirosa, but as we asked, IG, in your presentation, there's a bit of some confusion on when the suspect was picked from Homa Bay, whether it's a Friday or a Saturday, because the father's story is that to him it was picked on Friday, and you seems to be giving a different narrative. So you need to come clean on that, and even to include the OB, if you can provide from Mawengo police station. So you can note that, as you also note the rest of the members' questions. So you need to come clean on that bit. There's a missing link. So next, Buirosa. Very good. And before then, we have some members who have joined us. Maybe quickly we can allow them go on record.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. I'm Honorable Albert Ojwang, Nairobi MP, Makadara, friend of the committee. Thank you.
I'm Peter Francis Masara, MP Sona West, member of this committee.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, at the onset of this very unfortunate incident, the IG had publicly and confidently told the nation that the deceased had actually taken his own life by hitting his head against the wall. I think that was discredited by the results of the autopsy. I would like to ask the IG, given that you came out to talk to the public to give a report that was highly discredited by the results of that autopsy, give this committee and Kenyans the reason and the confidence to believe that what you are now telling us is true and that they can believe it. My question number 2. You have clearly indicated that when Kevin Moindi was questioned, he provided a statement and disclosed 4 other individuals, Albert Ojwang being one of the 4. Albert Ojwang is now dead. Can you tell us the status of the other 3 people who were mentioned alongside Albert? Where are they? How did you handle them? What became of them? And these are Dorcas Mawio, Douglas Marigiri, and Peter Mbugwa. Give us the status of those 3 other people who were mentioned alongside the deceased. I want to say that the initial complainant to this case was the Deputy IG, Mr. Eliud Lagat, who obviously is in charge of the Kenya Police Service. All the names that you've given us of people being questioned are still under the said officer. Being that you are the IG, don't you think that for more effective interrogation or investigation to go on, it would be better if the DIG in charge of the Kenya Police Service, Mr. Eliud Lagat, either steps aside or resigns, so that the people or the officers that are being interrogated do not in any way feel intimidated, and so that the investigations that are currently being carried out can go on effectively. I thank you, Chair.
Masengeli.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. I want to ask the IG. They said after Albert Ojwang was booked at the Central Police Station, Ms. C.I. Talam was contacted via the number given. Who contacted him? On which number? Number 2, in the early morning of 8th June 2025, it was reported by the officer manning station that Mr. Albert Ojwang was found unconscious. The name of the officer manning the station be provided, please. And again, in the standing orders of the police, when somebody is booked at the cell, would I know the other suspects who were put together with the late Albert Ojwang? How many were they? Are their names known? And the offenses that had made the suspects being brought to the cell, so that we know if Albert was alone in the cell or they were other people together in the cell. The last question is, there is the interdiction of the officers commanding station, the officers who are already been interdicted, that is the OCS, the duty officer, the cell sentry on duty, and all the officers who are there on duty. Was their suspension based on already an ongoing investigation? Is there evidence that incriminates them, or they were being suspended to pave way for investigation? Thank you.
Chair, first of all, I want to say this is a weighty matter and it's causing a lot of anxiety in the country. I wanted to ask Chair on the investigation of this matter, on what was in the X. Was it discussed, because there are several of these issues on social media, was it discussed as in